Person 65, so your energy enters the rainbow road and you're this charging unicorn. And the unicorn is almost like melting. It's almost like like lava streams, almost kind of like this peeling off, or there's like this parts of the unicorn are like wisps, but it's dense and it's kind of like I don't know, like a fiery trail, but not fire. It's just kind of wispy things that are pulling off of this unicorn as it's running really fast. And so, unicorns to me symbolize crown chakra. In my own totem pole, the crown chakra is represented by the unicorn, and so it's like, you know, the house of magic and wisdom and divinity and that kind of stuff. So I'm getting that there's going to be crown chakra stuff, and the fact that it feels like it's melting. So that the fact that it's like melting or losing, and later I kind of get almost like it's these like sparks that are coming off. So I get that there's frustration in something with the crown chakra. And so the next visual I get is your energy walking up to the top of a slide and then sliding down. And as you hit the bottom of the slide, there's a bucket of water and your feet get trapped in the bucket of water. And so what instantly I go to is, okay, starting with crown chakra, and we've got this frustrated kind of electrified energy that's melting or whatever it's doing in this unicorn representation. And the slide is the showing of the yangward flow of energy, right, from heaven to earth. This is the manifesting flow of energy. So as it moves from our head down to our feet, this is how the divinity and that highest wisdom kind of manifests through us and creates things in our physical world. And so I get that the slide, your feet should then go to the ground and ground on the physical ground, but you get trapped in a bucket of water and your feet get like really trapped in this bucket of water. And so water is always symbolizes the sacral chakra. And so I'm getting that there's a block and some stagnancy or something happening in your sacral chakra, and this is leading to an inability to manifest that crown chakra energy. So again, crown chakra is like our highest connection to our divinity and our spirituality and that which we're divinely purposed to do in this life. And so a lot of times, our divine flow as things as we connect in with what our soul purpose is, it comes down and it flows down through our channel and manifests through the root chakra, which means we can bring a project or something to life. So just an example. So I went through a flow of energy where I got this. Basically, the guide said I was supposed to create these oracle cards or this tarot deck, and basically it moved down through my energy channel so that I could see what I had to do through my third eye. I could express what I needed to have done and creatively get that done through my throat chakra. My heart chakra was aligned to it. I had passion. I knew this was a part of myself and what I needed to do. Then it went down to the solar plexus chakra, which is like the energy, the passion to get it done. It's the willpower it takes to get that project done. It gets into this sacral chakra where we then make connections and we start to connect ourselves into the world. And this is where linearly we're getting this project out through our connections. And then it finally goes to the root chakra and this project manifests and it's in full physical form into the world. And so, that's like taking a purpose work project through the manifesting flow of energy. So what I'm getting is that in this connection point, in the sacral chakra, there's a block. And so you're not able to bring whatever this thing is into this world. So I don't know if there's something you're really wanting to do, or there's something you feel you're destined to do, but it's just not happening for you. But that's the energy I'm getting. So after this, I see the energy then so now we're going to go through the portal, and I see your energy start to turn into a butterfly and move through the portal, which is always like solar plexus and transformation. But then as soon as you move through the portal, the butterfly turns into is it called the chrysalis? I don't know, whatever the thing, the caterpillar forms around itself then to turn into the butterfly. So you're reversing the cycle. So now I'm getting that there's some kind of connection between the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra where there's an inhibiting pattern in this transformation and ability to change, because our sacral chakra, the orange chakra, is all about change, and this is where your big block is, that's not allowing you to manifest whatever this project is. And so sacral chakra always deals with relationships, fluidity, change, the ability to change and be, fluid with the energy that's around us, and be able to kind of almost like a chameleon, like you can move through the world and really through your energetic connections, whether it be to physical things, spiritual things, emotional or mental things, and really get a sense of what the energy is trying to tell you to do. So it's almost like my hand keeps waving back and forth. It's almost like it's this flow, it's this wave, it's like the current of life, right? So there's some stagnation in this ability to change and be fluid in the current of life that's holding you back from being able to manifest. And so then I see like somebody, so it's almost like a mummy being wrapped, right? So your energy, this butterfly, was wrapped in like mummy wrappings and tied back up as a butterfly now inside this nest thing. So somebody takes a lighter and lights all the wrappings around you, and your butterfly kind of sets free again. And so again, fire and this transformation is focused around solar plexus. So I'm getting that it's going to take a lot of willpower and self-confidence, which is solar plexus stuff, to get you to be able to let go of this kind of grip that you have on the inability to change, or the inability to flow, to let go and let whatever this project is begin to like flow into you. And so then the butterfly then moves towards what looks like Holland, I get like a wooden building that's very like Holland looking. So it's the very colorful and like bubbly kind of cutouts of the wood, and it's very it's almost like very Disney like in colors. It's very colorful and has that just like Holland feel, that Dutch feel to it. And so the butterfly moves towards the door, and you then move through the door, and then the butterfly, as you move in through the door, there's like a spotlight that's put on you, and your wings and everything are like pinned up. And if you've seen like one of those butterflies that are on display in like a museum, and how they have them like with those fine pins that are sticking them to a surface so that you can examine it, that's what happens. So I feel like there's this examination process, and I asked your higher self, I said, because this is something I didn't really get completely, I said, what was the meaning of this? And your higher self said that part of your inability to change and be confident in the energy that's presenting itself is because you feel like you're being scrutinized by everybody and by every detail, and there's this like almost like examination that you feel like you're going through, or this approval process from others. And this could be part of the source of the stagnancy or the major block in your sacral chakra, is that you give over too much of your power to others in approval and in what you're doing, and then because maybe they're not approving or giving you the feedback for whatever reason, you're giving over so much of your energy that now they hold this energetic cord or this connection into you. And so now you seek their approval to go ahead, when now this connects to the solar plexus chakra, and there's a deficiency in the willpower, the self-confidence, and you've handed over so much of that power to maybe these relationship connections that you seek approval from, or that are kind of examining you in this sense, of the butterfly, that are scrutinizing you or reviewing the details. And this can be like boss employee, this can be husband wife, this can be mother son, this can be any kind of one-on-one relationship that scrutinizes. But for whatever reason, in this scenario of whatever that divine purpose is that you're trying to bring through, that hasn't been able to manifest into this world, it's because you've handed over your power to somebody, and now they're they're somehow scrutinizing these things about you. And I get that there's this sense that you don't even know how much power you've given over, because it translates now up into the the solar plexus chakra, your power center, where now both of these centers are beginning to go become really blocked, because it's, we should have that confidence and the passion to move forward no matter what other people think, even though it's great to have the connections. We still need to know our own gut instincts in what's right and wrong, and when we move forward from something, even though others might put it down. And so it feels like there's such a handover of your energy from this sacral chakra component, that now the solar plexus chakra doesn't even know really what's that divine connection anymore. There's not, like, you don't trust your gut instinct anymore. And so when I called down your higher self, I asked, what's for the greatest good for this person to know, and your whole inside of your records turned into this like really beautiful Dutch Holland, whatever that is, that theme, and your higher self comes in as the butterfly that is the transformation, and said basically, for your greatest good to know at this moment in time, you have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to go through the transformation. You have to be willing to change. And this is, I didn't have to talk to your higher self for long. The message was very clear. It's, you have to give up. And I don't feel like it's control, and I don't feel like it's, complete manipulation. I feel like it's this inability. So let me give you an example. They say, one of the ways our guides work with us is that in life, we're on this path. Let's just say you're on a road driving, and you're driving to that end destination, and you don't really know how you're going to get there. You don't know the best route. Let's just say MapQuest and all that stuff is, not in your car. You just know that you have point A and you've got point Z at the very end that you have to get to, and you've got all these points along the way, B through Y. But you don't really know how you're going to get to those points. A lot of times people will fluidly flow through life and allow themselves to be knocked, a little off course and hit point B, and then knocked a little bit off course and hit point C, so that they're gathering all these points, and it seems like you are steadfast on going point A to point Z. And they say our guidance and our angels, our guides, communicate with us by knocking us off course and allowing us to collect those other points in between the destination of A and Z. But it seems like what's happening with you is when you get knocked off course, you haven't been able to recognize that was divinely purposed, and that was really your angels and your guides saying, hey, take a look to your right, or take a look to your left, or hey, you're going to get a flat tire today, but that's okay, because the flat tire is really purposed for you to pull over to the side of the road, have the tow truck guy come pick you up, have the tow truck guy have some random connection to your Aunt Bertha, who Aunt Bertha has, some message, divine message that you need to hear at this moment in your life. And so, that's how divine guidance works. And it's, they will force us, off route, or what we think is our route. They'll force us to look to the left and to the right so we can get more full information on what we're supposed to be doing. And so that sacral chakra, it's like you're too controlling over this destination, and you're not willing to accept the synchronicities and what those messages are. So that's what I received with light and love.